Hi friends, Miss Martine here with another skill for your FoodPrints toolkit. In this video, we're going to talk about how to safely operate a tool that we use very often in the kitchen, a blender. There are many different ways to use blenders. You might use it to make smoothies or to puree a soup to make it nice and creamy. So it's very important to know how to safely use a blender and how to safely clean it. Let's take a look at this blender here. Like most blenders, it has two main parts. On the bottom is the base of the blender. The base is usually pretty heavy because this is where the motor is that turns the blades. And this is the glass jar with a handle. The jar is where we put in our ingredients. And as you can see, it has very sharp blades inside. They're very, very sharp, which is why we never put our hands inside the jar. Once our ingredients are in, we put on the lid. I always keep one hand on the lid while the blender is mixing, just so it doesn't pop off. This is especially important when working with hot ingredients because you don't want hot ingredients splattering all over your kitchen, so keep that hand on the lid. The base has different speed controls, which allow you to get different textures, depending on what your recipe calls for. For example, if you're making salsa that you want to be chunky, you might use the low setting. But if you're making potato soup that you want really creamy, you'll probably use the high setting. After everything is mixed, you'll want to get a large spatula or spoon to remove the contents from the container. So what I'll do here is take the glass jar off, remove the lid, have the jar tilted at an angle, and then use the spatula to get the contents out and into the container. Now what you don't want to do is use your hand to remove the contents, okay? Because we don't want to touch this super sharp blade in the inside. So just make sure you're using a spatula or a spoon to create distance between yourself and the blade, okay? So once you're finished, now it's time to clean. And the trick here is, again, make sure you are not going anywhere near this very sharp blade, okay? So we don't want to use a dish rag, we don't want to use a sponge, we want to use a brush like this, okay? So you're going to get your warm water and your soap and you're going to wash just like this, making sure that you have safe distance from the blade, just like that. Another way that I like to clean the glass jar is by placing warm soap and water inside the glass jar, placing it on top of the base like this, putting the lid on, and then blending the soap and water inside of the glass jar. This gets it super clean. If you think that it needs another go, you just simply repeat. So you're gonna pour out your soapy water, add new soapy water, and then blend it up. After you rinse it with clean water, that's it. And that's how to safely use a blender. So thanks for watching. And remember friends, practice makes perfect. So be careful, have fun, and we'll see you next time.